on staff. I'm writer for Cowboy Social.
So we're playing Farming Simulator with New York comedian Hood adjacent rats. What?
Rats.
Okay. So this is. Do we want to reveal your identity?
No.
Is it him?
How do I connect the controller? Oh, okay, this controller.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, let's take a look here.
We are rats. Celebrating
What configuration is this controller in right now?
I don't know. So, New York
Regular.
comedian, tell us about your love of video games.
Well, I got a Nintendo Switch. I don't know, 2 years ago. It's pretty fun. Let's take out the Super Smash Brothers. Put in Farm Simulator.
Oh, okay. Just a little bit of
How do we eject?
ejection.
Do you know if the town's still open? What time
I think
is
it goes at 10.
What time is it now?
I don't know.
How do you eject this?
Oh, thanks for
Wait, what do you?
I think it's just at 11.
Key Food is open a little bit.
Yeah, and Kim's is open too.
Yeah.
I need like some olive oil.
Olive oil.
You want some canola?
You can browse
online.
Oh, nice.
Guys, we're on Switch right now. Twitch, not Switch.
No, this is YouTube.
This is
you can
YouTube.
get Twitch to work.
All right, we'll cut all this
I'm
out.
too stupid.
We'll cut all this out. Oh, we got a system update. All right, this is good stuff.
About getting updated.
This is really milky.
Oh, shit.
Got to keep the viewers entertained. You know what? Farm Simulator. Do y'all have any thoughts about farms?
I've been to a farm, but it was more of like one where you go on a hayride, you know?
No
Not
farms,
like a
no
real farm.
food. No farm simulators, no food
Lots of farms in Ohio.
simulators.
Yeah, I've been on a farm.
Nice.
Wait, is this working? It does not.
Huh? Do you have to set them up?
Set them up. Set them up.
Go
Sam, what's your farm experience?
to
Oh, it's only on the red
Farm
right now. Okay,
experience.
that's
Well,
Wow.
I used to spend some
Do you have the little controller
on my aunt's farm, who was like
A little
Again,
Super
controller.
sip it. Hold on.
she and her husband were basically like they were like a bunch of different things. So she was a vet, but she had her practice on like a working farm.
Like with animals on it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they also like built pools or something. It was like a layered.
Where do they live?
It was like right on the border of
Do
Pennsylvania
you want to
and
play it under
Delaware.
my name, or
And
do you want to play under E?
I
Whatever,
remember
it doesn't
because
matter.
she died like last summer, and I went to her funeral, and there were like lots of dogs in the audience, and like it was like a huge amount of people showed up, like 3 or 4 times the amount expected, and like all of them were her like veterinary clients, and they all brought their dogs.
Wow. Where the dogs all sit in the chairs.
They would like sit right next to the chairs, but yeah. And yeah, it was whoa, I love the slow-mo.
It's a little scary that the farming spaces are always in check.
Beauty shots of the computer-generated John Deere tractors.
They never show the farm's head. It's always shrouded.
Well,
No,
not a real
because it's
person.
supposed to be you.
You.
We're shrouded.
We're
You
so black.
you can't see us in the stream.
So it's basically it's like the Gordon Freeman of farmers,
Well-
Gordon Farmerman.
Oh, I love the idea of there's a part in this game where you take a look in the mirror and you see what the farmer looks like.
And the farmer.
And it's like a whole like composite of like photographs.
It's like, wait, did you ever see that there was one of the NBA games had like a face scanner to make you want to play
Yeah,
it?
these are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I remember in Tom Clancy's Rainbow's Cell. you
Rainbow
could-
Six.
Yeah, you can take a picture of your
Easy, normal, or hard?
Dude, hard, you fucking, you know.
Old Crest Valley?
I have a feeling hard is actually like insane.
Well, there's the farmer.
Headache-inducing.
Which color shirt?
Oh, you
Which
can be
color plaid
on
shirt?
this man or a lady.
White
You can
eggs.
tell by how she's posed.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
she's
never
got her
use
hand
that.
on the hip. Women don't know how to farm.
Just so I can be on record. Absolutely, that's a stupid thing to say, and I shame you, Bess. I brought you on this stream,
Well, that's fully 100% my opinion.
and I do, and that's why I will shame you. I will shame you for that, just so I can have the upper edge on you for later.
The upper head.
Yeah. Just so the audience knows, I
Well, you know what?
disagree, and I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist. I was gonna say that. Shit. now
You can't.
Now
you
I can't say
it.
feminist.
Yeah.
What's that say? Welcome to Farm Simulator. Would you like a short tour?
Maybe we can ask our viewers what that says. Any viewers want to
I
read?
can't read. I can't read that. All right. Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Oh, it's like a first person.
Yeah. So now we're walking around. I think you can
Enter.
get in the car.
Great. Lizard pickup
What
radio.
do you
What
do?
does that
I
mean?
forget what you. No. Go
Lizard-
back in.
Oh, it's
Go
the
back
name
in.
of the car.
Go back
I was
in.
just like,
No.
is this
Go
like
back
a
in.
quest?
Go back in. Okay. Go back. What button did I press? Okay. Now how do I back up?
Pickup radio.
How do I back up?
It's like.
Wait. What? Wow.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Ah.
You can be all of them.
I can't read any of this. Okay.
I feel like this takes place in like
How do I back up?
distant.
Go. Haven't you played this?
I didn't play it very long because I couldn't figure.
I think you have to press L or R or L and R.
Well, press L and or R and
Well, you-
and L.
Okay.
Yeah. Press L once. Okay.
Press
L
back.
once.
The switch.
Press L. Yeah, see, sometimes there's an L and then it shows like steering wheel. I think now you can steer. You're in L mode. When you're-
No, it's just letting down the
Okay.
and I can't read it. To see what it's saying.
This is the way it was meant to be played.
Now I'm zoomed out too
On
far. I
a
can't see.
cathode ray TV.
Well, it's a pretty small screen to be fair, even when you're playing on portable. But I guess it's right up on your eyes.
It's more crisp.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, high definition.
Love the good crisp.
It's actually I found out the switch screen on the portable is only 720p. Shameful.
Very extraordinarily shameful.
How do I?
Is it
What do I do?
180?
Just
10
try-
1080,
I feel like you
yeah.
have to turn it off first. There must be-
How'd the map come up?
Is it?
Yeah, press R. Press R.
R?
Press R and
Yeah.
L.
Yeah. See now, start engine Y or X or Y or
R.
X. Yeah, see, you
R.
start the engine.
Y.
Now you can move.
Why?
No, change. It's on now, so you can hear it.
Oh.
There you go.
How do I change view? There we go. No.
All right, let's get
How
out.
do I get rid of the map?
That I don't know.
Oh God! Jesus Christ!
This tastes like cheese.
No.
Wow.
How do I go forward? How
Viewers.
do I go forward?
This tastes like.
How do I go forward? I'm just back. And what?
This tastes like cheese.
Do I need to switch gears? What's happening?
You can't go forward. Oh yeah, I bet that is it. I bet you would have to switch gears in this game. Press R again. Oh,
Press R and L.
R.
yeah, R and L. Maybe I think that might be right. but-
No, just some fucking around.
No, that is a thing you have to do sometimes.
I think you.
Oh, you stop the engine.
You've
Just start the, yeah, there you go.
This tastes exactly. This only tastes like cheese.
It's crazy.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Ah, how do I get rid of the
It's
map?
supposed to be roasted tomatoes.
There we go.
Roasted pepper tomato. Can I have some of those to take the edge off?
Take the edge
Oh,
off.
I think there's cream in it.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
Whenever there's any milk in something, that's all I can taste. It's really weird.
Well, no, it is pretty creamy.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had some thing too. That tastes like really overpowered.
I can take the other one back if you don't think you want.
It's both of them are in here.
Oh, okay. What's
Thank
that
you.
noise?
Oh, I'm heating up some Trader Joe's masala patties.
Like burger patty?
Yeah.
Are you vegetarian or vegan?
I am vegetarian,
Oh,
not vegan. I love the cheese too much.
that's right. That's right.
So what kind of farm are we running here? Cabbage?
I can't tell. I don't think we even started the farm yet.
Can you
I think it's just
kill
driving around.
people on this? This looks like
No,
GTA.
you can't kill people. No, that's not GTA.
What if you ran that car off?
Well, let's see.
Can you farm people?
You're fine. That guy's just not moving at all. Imagine if you got in a crash with somebody and they just sat there.
That's almost worse than them dying.
Not even moving their eyes.
This reminds me of the Genova chin alignment. Have you heard of this before?
No.
So the Genova chin alignment. I've been pretty obsessed with this recently. He says he thinks of all games on like a scale of like good and evil. You know Genova chin. He made Flower and Flow.
Of course, that's what you have to say when you get arrested. You recite the Genova chin. You're right.
Yeah, I guess I should have maybe heated the oil a bit before throwing the patties in or something. Gotta just turn it down a notch.
Something about the loud and then a scream. Really startled me.
Driving through the cornfields here.
Oh my
I'm not sure how to start the farming.
Or if you go to one of those blue icons.
Okay.
Well,
That's something.
All right, let's get out of the
so every game is like between good and evil, and
What do I do?
so
It says purchase a farm field. You have to click in one of the sticks.
that's who you are,
Whoa,
or is that who you're working for?
Joshua
that's who you wanna be.
His fiend number is 13.
Lizard Pickup Rodeo is the name of the car.
I got that.
But so Genova Chin has this scale, right? And he says like, there's light and there's dark, you know, and like Star Wars is like light, and H.R. Geiger is dark, and gray is Banksy. So where does this?
Is H.R. Geiger that dark? I feel like they're just darker than H.R.
This is what he said. This is what he said. I would say
Is there just one access or is there one
well, there's one axis. Yeah, it's just light to dark. Where does this game sit between
Very light.
H.R.
Very
Geiger?
light.
Yeah, is it the lightest you can
like?
go?
Is it lighter than Banksy?
Yeah.
Is there any darkness to be found in this game?
I don't know about that.
I think farming is inherently dark.
Yeah, but I don't think the
I
shade
feel
is.
like anything that's like occupationally based has a certain darkness to it because obviously it's implying some level of coercion. It's not like you're literally a free being walking through a field.
Maybe that's what's appealing about these games is that you can just labor without coercion.
There is definitely a darkness to real life farming, but I don't think
there's
there's
an
to this
implied
game.
coercion. You know what I mean? Like it's I guess like this is not the utopian anarchist farming simulator.
Yeah.
That sounds so lame.
I like the idea of a game like this where you run like an anarchist.
Cookbook.
That sounds like a bad SNL sketch.
Me and Steve saw a really interesting documentary about the anarchist cookbook. It's about the guy who originally wrote it and how he's like struggled with all the horrible ways it's been used since then, and like the documentarian probes him on it, and he's like simultaneously guilty and proud of writing the anarchist cookbook, and just like
It's a double-edged sword.
yeah, because he's been the writing of that is responsible for the murders of people, but then also he's like, well, I didn't mean it for that. I just meant it as tools.
That's the same thing with the guy who released all that 3D printing.
Cody Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, the gun stuff. Yeah.
Well, he has some pretty weird ideas that go both in the far left and the far right direction in terms of his like personal philosophies. I think he's probably contemplated the violent implications of it more.
I think he definitely has. It's hard to say what his.
But I'm saying he talks.
He like double talks it so much that it's hard to tell like what
Yeah.
his philosophy of it is. Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
train.
he's looking for. It
I'm
seems
a
like
train.
he's looking for some kind of rationalization of chaos, which is going to be inherently chaotic.
Yeah. Is this game rational or chaotic?
Rational.
Hmm.
You don't think so? It's pretty, formula based.
Yeah, I think it's rational.
It's very rational.
There's no chaos in this game, right?
I guess the chaos is that I'm not following. That it's an open world and I'm allowed to just run around and follow the game.
You're like the
Dennis?
Joker. Yeah, well,
What is it?
I'm just gonna
It's
finish this.
Masala
Ooh,
Patty.
I would dump one in my suit, actually.
I want to dunk one in my suit.
I want to dump one in my suit.
I want to dunk one in my Sam.
There's two.
Did you want some?
Did
though?
you want some?
It's fine, I can heat up one. Does anyone ever call you Sam I
I'll have half of one for now.
No, Sam.
I'll go to half of it.
Sam can only call himself that.
Why?
Yeah, I wish I could enforce that rule.
Oh, you jump up the ladder.
If someone could, if you
Oh,
had
you
to force someone to
discovered a
call
gold
you
nugget.
anything, what would you have people
Yeah.
call you?
I don't know. But you discovered a gold nuggets. And I wonder if that gave you money that you can buy a farm.
What would you prefer?
I don't think I can buy a farm.
I don't even know. Like what would I prefer? Like what variation of Sam?
Here we go.
Or anything? What do you? Which people address you as?
Hmm. That's an interesting question.
Samuel.
Do you have an answer to that,
For what I would like to call you?
or what would you like to call yourself, and also what you'd like to call me?
Big, big,
Chungus.
not Big Chungus. Oh, well, yeah, sure, Big Chungus. Why
A
not?
Looney Tune.
Wait, are you referring to yourself as that or me?
I would like for
That's
only
funny.
you to call me Big Chungus.
Oh wait, it's like your secret name. That's like a thing in Dune where they have like there's like a secret name that only I can call you and only we know it.
That's beautiful. We should play Rex.
That's Rex.
It's
I
like
don't know
a
what to do in this.
it's a board game that's
So you can buy that.
at one point based on Dune. The remake so Rex is a remake of the Dune board game that was made by the Cosmic Encounter.
Oh, it's a mission. Nice. Oh, cool.
The Dune reboot comes out this Christmas. It's like a big, huge budget Hollywood blockbuster movie.
This game's hood.
I kind of love the David Lynch
So did
thing.
Jason.
It's like a
David, I never saw it.
it's basically impossible to understand if you haven't read the book.
I liked it. I thought the second half was very sloppy.
Yeah.
That's why.
The second half is like the sloppiest garbage.
No, you have to look on that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much I like. I like the first half of it a lot, and then the second half is just like they're Hadokening off of these sandworms. And
Oh yeah.
They don't build up to it like in the book, and then they don't do that in the book.
Yeah. Back up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like wasn't there like a director's cut? Of
I
that?
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I also have.
Oh, it looks like there's a hole right there.
I also have the fucking. If you ever saw the 6-hour Sci-Fi Channel miniseries, dude.
I heard that was not very good.
It's I mean I watched it when I was like 10, but I remember what we did
You have to
was
turn that down.
we ordered like a VHS tape off of Amazon that somehow
It's just
compressed
attached.
6 hours into a single VHS tape, and it just looked like visually it was just the worst garbage you've ever seen, because it was like the image was almost
Press L, do you get
it just
button
looked like a
prompts?
bootleg. It was really weird.
Yeah, something. It says something there. Okay. What is that?
I also like the idea of us making this more chaotic for a potential viewer. Like, I like that maybe
Oh.
3 groups of people are having individual discussions
What am I doing?
off of each other.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
You're like
Oh.
soil.
Oh, okay.
I like. How do we do that? How do we like create that?
I think it's kind of already happening.
No, but how do we have more chaos, like naturally?
Um,
I think the Dune movie was completely ruined by the studio, like by studio notes. But I've heard like the extended cut, which David Lynch did not assemble, but it's just all the extra deleted scenes, is better than the theatrical cut.
The theatrical cut's not good.
Yeah, they took it away from him. He didn't have.
You can tell it's a total fuck up. I think it's fun, but it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
It just, yeah, I guess it's like sort of this weird novel artifact of a movie.
Yeah, it's not like David Lynch not making any sense. It just feels like
yeah.
it just feels sloppy.
Well, that's what I meant when
It
I
stuff
said
feels
it's
very
like,
tight.
yeah,
Well, yeah, 'cause that's the
without
studio.
the context of the book, it's completely incomprehensible.
Yeah, because I read it or I watched the movie because I had to do a book report that also had a movie,
Oh,
and then it's funny because the whole thing was like, oh, I had to read the book and then watch a movie and then watch several other movies by the same director, and I had never watched any David Lynch films before, so that's how I like found out about David Lynch.
Oh, wow.
that's such an interesting entry point.
The new one's by the director
This is
of
delicious.
Arrival and Blade Runner 2. So I don't have that much up for it.
Blade Runner 2 is okay.
I
was surprised how much I liked Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wasn't that big on his other films, but that one, even though the plot wasn't super great, I
Blade
guess-
Runner?
Yeah,
I don't know. The more I thought of that second Blade Runner, the more I disliked it. I
Hmm.
don't know.
I guess because you know what, my expectations for it were extremely low, so maybe that's why. Because
I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't think it was great.
I thought it was kind of empty. The production design was the only good part, like the visuals.
I liked the part that ripped off her. I thought the part
I love that part. It was so like
Yeah,
when
that
he
was
would just pause his wife, and it was like the weirdest relationship.
it was almost better than her.
Yeah.
I think I like that
because
part
it fully acknowledged I think it explored that weird, like, is this an object or is this like
It explored it a little
conscious
bit better.
fear? Yeah.
Like I feel like in her she had a lot of agency,
Mhm.
so she did feel like a real person,
yeah.
you know. But I think in
This
Blade
one
Runner,
really
she
tangles the
didn't-
line.
she really like does and doesn't
Yeah, exactly.
in these completely different ways, and I think it's really good.
Because you can like
We only have 3 minutes left. So go into-
you can like
We got to get all these
Or
little patches.
the bomb inside your head is gonna explode.
yeah, it's weird how they would have like these interactions between the two of them where you get so immersed in it and her as a character, and then he would just do something like pause her and turn her off. And that in itself is just like
That felt fucked up.
I also
Yeah.
just think Ryan Gosling is unbelievably overrated. Like he has almost no
It's
personality.
also
in any movie.
unbelievably hot.
That's true. Yeah,
but I
but he
feel
has
like
no personality in any movie. He has no charisma.
yeah, that's true, but I feel like that
I
kind
don't
of
think we
works
need
for
it.
certain films like
Like Drive or something.
Yeah, well, even Blade Runner, I feel like it works for because his character. I mean, in the end, what I did like about the new Blade Runner was it was about a main character who wasn't special. Like he thought he was the chosen one or whatever,
I like that.
but then he just turns out to be
It's just
basically like a shepherd in the story. And I even kind of liked how like minor the ending was, where it's literally just like Harrison Ford just walking up to that girl in the cage, and they
Remember
just
the
sit
ending.
down, and then it just ends.
that was pretty sad.
Yeah.
I remember Jared Leto. His performance
Oh
was like
no,
high
that was
camp.
terrible. No, yes,
It's like very campy.
the whole villain thing was fucking awful.
Yeah.
And like
Jared Leto, he's hot, right? He's hot. Harrison Ford.
Jared
He's
Leto
hot.
thinks he's like Jesus. He thinks he's like the second coming of Jesus. I think some people buy into that too.
Wait, literally?
Yeah, or no, but like he gets like a huge ego.
It's
Yeah.
also
It's
kind of
like-
cool to hate on him, though.
Well, he
Yeah.
sucks. That's
No,
never
I
been
mean,
effective.
yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
Well, I don't like him. Don't get me wrong.
Well, no, you know what I mean. There's people who, like, I feel like
What are
even
you doing?
I'm tilling the soil. See that the dark parts are the parts I've tilled.
Okay.
I think you're gonna do that.
Ethan,
Decent.
who's hotter, Jared Leto or Ryan Gosling?
Are we factoring in personality or just
Mary,
looks?
fuck, Mary, kill Ryan Gosling, Jared Leto, Harrison
I'd kill Harrison Ford. He's already old.
Ford. And then
Very old.
Who'd you fuck? Who'd you
I guess I'd marry Ryan Gosling. He'd be quieter,
marry?
more
You'd
tolerable.
fuck Jared Leto.
Yeah, he'd probably be pretty crazy for one fuck. Probably be interesting. I couldn't tolerate Jared Leto the
I
rest of
honestly can't really picture Ryan Gosling or Jared Leto in my head.
You don't know what they look like?
No.
Based on,
Ryan
Have you seen
Gosling's
that
like
movie? Have you seen
conventional,
the movie?
generic,
have you
handsome.
seen Drive?
No.
Have you seen the
Jared Leto's a little more of a weirdo.
What is it? Was it The Notebook? Have you seen The Notebook? What else is Ryan Gosling?
Blade Runner
Blade
2049.
Runner too, yeah.
How about
Yeah.
La La Land. La La Land.
Valentine.
Yeah.
What was that movie with Steve Carell?
Crazy Dumb Love.
I saw that for some reason.
Nice.
Crazy
What?
stupid.
Mission failed.
I didn't tell all the story.
What happened?
I
They
didn't
didn't
tell all
tell
the
us.
story. I'm not doing that.
Wait, was there like a time limit?
I
or
think
something?
you did a pretty good job.
It's okay.
Why wouldn't they just give you like 30 more seconds to finish up? You already did all that work.
Oh, you're fine. I kind of like this game.
Okay, it's unbelievably frustrating.
Oh, this guy. This guy.
Well, it's on hard. Maybe it's around the easier setting.
No, it's just that I don't really understand it.
You know, the thing about Harrison Ford dying soon is that you get all that money if you marry him.
Ooh, that's actually a really good point.
And then you're
Oh no, did
Rel-
I quit? What did I do? I don't even know what I pressed. I don't even know what
Let's
happened.
start it one on using it.
Oh god. No.
Yeah, let's start
Dennis, you want to play?
no.
There you go, buddy.
Alright.
I don't even know what I
Do you
did.
know what Ryan Gosling looks like now?
Yeah.
Do you know what Jared Leto looks like?
Yeah.
Do you know what Harrison Ford looks like?
I feel like I pretty much, yeah. He hasn't changed. since
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
So, okay.
Indiana
Fuck, Mary,
Jones,
kill
but he's 80.
Ryan Gosling, Jared Leto.
Or can I be the woman?
Can't? You can't beat her?
Can't be the woman.
Oh, that's weird.
you have to
You're
like
into this
unlock her.
I guess I'd marry Harrison Ford because I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, it seems like a.
I feel like it's a toss up. Jared Leto, yeah, I don't think I really want to fuck or kill either of them. So it's just kind of a. I'd flip
But
it.
you gotta.
But you don't want to spend the rest
You
of
have
your
to
life
make it
with
choice.
Jared Leto.
Yeah,
maybe
but he already filled in the marriage one.
Oh, okay. Well, I killed Jared Leto. It's just the example.
What would you do, Sam?
Slowly.
Well, I mean, your framework of marrying the old man seems enticing, which pretty much narrows it down to those two.
Sure, I'll see a short guy. I got it.
Yeah, I gotta fuck Ryan Gosling, kill Jared Leto,
Yeah.
just
It's
because.
irritating.
Yeah.
Simba, you can't handle that guy.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think I'd fuck Harrison Ford. Is that?
Really? Why?
Yeah, but then you enchain yourself to.
I don't. He seems like too much like a. I think even in you don't know if he's gonna die, right?
Yeah, but
He's
even
like
still,
rich and old, so he lives forever.
even still, human.
Technology these
So
days.
what? He'll live maybe like worst case scenario 40 years.
But that's
Jared-
the thing is I'm not in it for the money, you know. I'll marry Ryan Gosling.
You're sniffing the grass. Oh,
I guess
okay.
I guess he's low key enough that like you don't have to
Ryan
see him
Gosling?
too much.
It
Yeah,
sounds like you guys are like, oh God, Ryan Gosling must be so annoying. He seems like a nice guy. Marry him. Why not?
I just feel like the Harrison Ford one
He would
seems like
definitely be the most tolerable.
just like a nice little escape pod of there's kind of a timer on this. Whereas
Why do you need that? You could be married to Ryan Gosling.
with
Yeah, he'd be the most tolerable for marriage. He's the most agreeable. He's Canadian.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll say, sure.
Definitely.
Sure, honey.
I guess the terms change if you make them all the same age or something like that.
Harrison
No,
Ford
it
in the
changes when you
70s.
make them the same age.
Yeah,
For me,
exactly.
it doesn't. Even if it's you reverse the ages.
I don't
would
think
still
I could
marry-
tolerate
But
Harrison
I'm
Ford.
saying Harrison Ford works because not necessarily out of the death thing works well because it's just a nice escape pod out of the marriage question altogether.
Harrison Ford is a famous grunt, so I would not want to spend my life with that guy.
Yeah, but you're only spending like 10 to 15
But you
minutes.
said
Those
now
are the years of your prime. We're in our prime.
You said now he's young, especially young here.
Oh, yeah.
All coked up in the 70s.
You divorce them.
Jared Leto's probably coked up.
You can't divorce
is
people.
Is this a world where you can divorce people?
You can't. That
Then that would negate the whole question.
who are you going to be locked in an immortal marriage with? Like
Ryan Gosling.
death is not a factor here.
Oh God, I can't read any of this.
And then you fuck Jared Leto because he's crazy, so it'd be interesting.
Oh, I'm listening to the radio.
He could kill you.
Yeah, but one time you probably would.
Then
What?
Turned on the radio.
What is this?
he's got to have the damaged
No, it's
tattoo.
Yeah, it's dressed
Wonder if
up
there's
as
a rap
Joker. I have this failed Joker.
That'd be cool if they had, what was it, Country Road? What was it?
Oh, John Denver.
Old Country Road.
There's no
Maybe
hip hop
Old Town
station.
Road. Old Town Road.
You have
Lil
electro,
Nas X.
country, rock, and pop.
They need to have rap. That's the most popular.
Electro.
I'm gonna take
Not
my horse
on
to the Old Town Road. Ride till I can't no more. I like that because it's made by an 18-year-old in his bedroom.
That's
Red Dead Redemption. That's sweet.
Oh, really?
That's
Really?
Yeah.
Got it. Hell yeah.
The music video made me like it a lot more.
It's the Red Dead Redemption cutscenes.
I don't like
He
that.
hated himself.
I don't like that game, but I like that he did that.
Yeah.
Either you guys watched that Super Bunny Hop on
The
the.
unionization
I
one.
didn't watch all of it. I watched like half of it.
I haven't watched any of it. I just saw that it happened.
Nice.
Super
Now we're
Bunny Hop?
farming.
Super Bunny Hop is like this gaming journalist guy.
Wait,
He's got
I'm
like
just
a
spitting it out.
40-something
Yeah,
minute
it's-
video out about like
Why would I want to do that?
working conditions in the games industry.
Is the good stuff
like
staying in my
unions and stuff.
tractor?
My comedy chat call.
Oh, yeah, they're calling me.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's face it.
We'll have a battle. Make them kiss.
We're doing a live stream right now.
We got some more New York comedians here.
You have a question for Blake?
Yeah, I tried to
Venmo me?
What?
Your account got suspended? I'm sorry.
Tired of work.
I'm feeling really overwhelmed.
I hired a clone of
Whoa.
myself.
The hands look really weird.
Wait, how do you do that?
They're like sausagey hands.
How do you do that?
Look at his hands. Look how weird they look. They're real wonky. It's like
I'm sorry. I didn't-
sausagey.
Yeah, sausage.
This is interesting.
Sounds happy.
Pointed at different people, Ethan, so that
I see what's happening.
What?
I'm a bummer.
Oh, what? Oh. Okay.
Right on top of it.
Wait, so are there like randos on the internet watching this stream, or
I don't know. Are there?
I don't know.
Probably not.
probably not? Yeah, I was wondering if there was some sort of like explore button or something like that.
You never know. You never know. Someone could.
You never know.
If you look at the screen here, you can see.
Screen looker. You remember when that was a thing?
Screen shake?
Richard Dover, it's relaxing. That an old CRT monitor.
Someone's really.
Oh shit!
What's up, buddy? Richard Dover.
I'm over.
This fucker missed a tuft. I hired this guy. And look what he's doing. This asshole. Get over here. What does Richard Dover have to say?
I'm sharing it on.
I know what he has to say.
We are the rats. Birthday bash. Michael, it's your birthday today.
Lon's at McDonald's. Oh my
Mine's at McDonald's. Tell him to get over
I
here.
hope they're getting a Big Mac. Big Mac. Order like a Big Mac. So good. Thank you very much.
Big Mac on campus.
Ah.
Oh, you're making more?
I was gonna make one more. You want one?
Am I allotted one?
Sure.
God bless you.
A blush.
There we go. Check it out, Ethan. Look at my farm.
Yeah, you're
I
better.
got a guy over there helping me out.
I
Driving
don't
by.
understand this dude.
Have a guy over here helping me out doing this. I got a
And
maid.
now, what's in the green silhouette?
That's just where I go and then it tells me what to do.
God tells you.
That's it.
It actually looks way better re-recorded here.
Whoa, what's that like? Force field.
That's where God tells me what to do.
God, give it a moment.
You know, that's not very simulation-y.
I'm on easy mode.
Is that why that's there?
Yeah.
Blake, I got from Trader Joe's last time I was there a week or so ago. I got more of the vegan crab cakes. They're vegan crab cakes.
Oh,
No crab in them.
I didn't grab those, but I
Oh, those
I
are.
bought
I've had
too
those
many.
before.
Pretty interesting.
As Blake has seen from our freezer, I bought way too much frozen vegan Trader Joe's junk.
Yeah,
food.
they have a lot of good shit. The vegan crab cakes are very interesting. Very strange.
Alright.
They're not bad.
Just strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there a way to fix the resolution?
No.
Fix it.
I guess so the text is bigger, right? Wouldn't that be adjusting the resolution?
That would be cheating.
Yeah, I don't know if we
It's
can
like
do that.
Sekiro. It's part that's how they designed it.
I mean, you can read it on the screen when you play it on this thing. Track your style.
Am I taking this? God help me.
We should watch that student film since there's a VHS player on it.
Is it in here?
Does it have to go here? Maybe. Oh, I think I understand how this is gonna work. Check this out. Yeah. Yes.
Who's the audience for this thing? Who are they?
They're really popular in Germany.
Which one's it from?
Who's the guy watching this again?
He's not watching anymore.
Was it Richard Dover or something?
Dower.
Dower. I love the sort of like food, liquid pouring rain. I'm not sure.
It looks like Grum. Grum. I like looking at it through the stream view. Looks better.
So relaxing on the CLT.
Oh, Dennis, what is the argument this is a JRPG?
Well, it's about. Okay, so would you say that Harvest Moon is a JRPG?
Harvest Moon is a JRPG, so this is a JRPG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I would say this is a JRPG because there are turns. You know, there are different segments. It's fractured. JRPGs are inherently fractured. This is fractured because you go into the thing, and then there's those floating icons and you click them and then you go into something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's a JRPG.
No combat.
You're
that there is.
yeah, well,
I mean, crops being sort of harvested via combine harvester is definitely a form of violence.
It's basically a sword.
It's an implication of force on a human, not a human being. Yeah.
It's a living thing.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
And like a JRPG, it is turn-based because there is a certain designated moment in which you use that violence. And then there are spaces like the one we're looking at now where you don't.
The fact that I think that another argument is how uninteractive the world is makes it feel like a JRPG.
Yeah. Well, I like how all the world. I guess it could be called open world. Poorly designed open world. I like how all the trees look the same.
You're
Like
dropping
one's
it off
from
at the gas station, Dennis?
I couldn't tell it was a gas station. But yeah, it's some gas.
Feels inappropriate to take all those crops with you.
Yeah.
I want to get gas. Oh, I see.
You need gas?
Grass. Oh, this music's sweet.
Gas, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free.
I guess I have.
It's an old motto from hitchhikers in the Soviets.
Gas, grass, or ass.
Nobody rides for free. Hitchhiking, you either got to give them weed, money for gas, or fuck them. Yeah, ass. Bizarre times. I don't know if I want to give them any of this. I guess maybe money for gas.
Would
Wait, gas, grass, or ass, Ryan Gosling, Jared Leto, or Harrison Ford.
Which one would you give to each? Give some grass to Jared Leto. He needs to calm down. Give some gas to Ryan Gosling. He's a little low energy.
and you give some ass to Harrison Ford.
Gas to Harrison. Sure, yeah, he's a little angry. It cheer him up a bit. Yeah.
I think I'd agree with you on all those fronts. There's not much one of those that I would disagree with you.
Yeah.
I wish there were some animals in this one.
It's got to be somewhere, right?
Animal Farm.
Yeah. It's a metaphor for.
There's got to be animals somewhere.
This game Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's bad.
This is where I drop off the props. No. Take my props.
This music's great.
Yeah, it's very good. Here's my map.
I wish this had like motion gestures.
Yeah, it's really too bad it doesn't. Oh, I see. I see what it's talking about. What are they saying? Nice.
Hey, wait.
Oh,
Very good.
Dude. It's a bag. It's in the back. Scratch workers attack. Pencil's in my bag and I'm solving mighty fast.
What? Kids made a version of old time.
Oh,
what do they say instead of bull riding and
they're
boobies?
talking about how they're
I don't know.
really good at school.
Can't.
One of my cousins has to go down pretty cute. He'll run around and, you know, throw toys at you.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, I like kids. They can also be irritating. Screaming is not a desire.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, when I had little siblings, you know, I could, they were super. Yeah, it was much, you know, I was still a teenager at the time. So.
This is delicious. Oh my god. Can I take a photo of that?
Sure. Diner.
Mr. Diner.
Oh yeah, the Switch game's gonna be there. You put it on there.
Who is that Mr. Diner character anyway? What do you think about who that is? What is the deal?
Ted Diner. He's a
Ted Diner is my friend Harry Gensler. That's his comedy.
No.
No. I know who Ted Diner is. I'm confused about who Mr. Diner is. It's an alien or something. Oh, there's a score for this.
You gotta try it?
It's my score.
No, but like a music score.
I have a bite. I'm sick. Do you want to rip
Oh,
part off?
well, good point. Yeah. Let's see here.
Math, teaches where I'm going.
That's pretty good. You guys see what Sam's eating?
That's all of them.
But with what?
Oh, waffle.
Oh shit. They go off just regular ale.
Oh, let's look at
No,
these
those
squares.
bougie Trader Joe's ones.
Well, it's probably cheaper than I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right.
Are they better? Do they taste better? Or they?
Look at the name of the store on the front of
Whoa.
Take this shit out. Waffles.
Is that a coincidence?
There's that.
Dennis, go inside. Get some waffles. You guys hungry?
Oh, look at this lady.
Or is that just like the
I
next?
thought you were gonna get hit by a car.
Or is that just like the next?
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my god, that's so creepy.
She won't talk to me. Ah, nice.
This is real scary.
What scary? Oh, that one. Just walks right into you. I think you're a ghost.
That is Hyper
Hyper
Cube.
cute pizza. It's one of my favorite places.
Sleepy. Sasa Electro. This is a very nice.
Cool hats.
Cool hats.
Oh, it's kind of sale. Cool hats.
You know they have. You know they have some fun here.
Yeah. Inside there.
What is this?
So those are normal small town average.
It's very realistic.
Vintage visuals. What are they?
Glasses.
Glasses.
Oh, for hipsters.
The Stanley Baker.
Oh, is that for real? Like a joke on the Stanley Parable or something?
Yeah, it's the same font, but it's not a pun, right? It doesn't rhyme. I can't tell what it
You
is.
did a reference to the Portal 2, what is it, the cake, something like that?
It did.
Oh, that makes sense. Like the Stanley Parable and the cake is a lie.
Yeah, maybe.
It feels like these people were on Reddit.
Yeah.
Definitely, this is like a Reddit type thing.
Farming simulator?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, no.
Oh, there's basketball court.
I hate Reddit. I can't stand Reddit. Oh, so you're
You know what? It's interesting. This kind of brings up some memories of something where, like, just like the different ways a simulator could be used. I remember there was this assignment we had in school where it was like, the assignment was to make an instructional video, and there wasn't any other prompts other than that. So there was this one guy in our class who decided to do a let's play of Arma 3, but he did it as the persona of an Iraq war veteran and got really into the role and just sort of going through and not in some kind of heavy-handed way, but just sort of seeing his fascination with the minutiae of military technology and the attention to detail.
No.
I don't know. It was
Oh, are you just dumping it all out there?
Nah, and that's where it's supposed to go. I can't tell.
Remember the water boy, his character's name was Bobby Dixon?
I like classic movie.
and that does rhyme with minutiae. Was that
Did you not watch that as a kid, son?
yeah? Well, I think up to a certain point I wasn't allowed to watch it, but I did once I could
Adam Sandler, you killed things for their parents.
for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like farmers would be listening to this. It's not in the US. We don't hear it.
Oh, I can see that.
See what else we got.
They listen to the country music. Not the stereotype farmer.
You're into this, Dennis.
Yeah, I invested.
Dennis. You menace.
There we go. Well, what's this?
What does ACAP stand for again? Oh, all
All crops are bastards. If you're a farmer, it's all crops.
I like crabs.
Yes, but they, it makes it easier for them to rip them out of the ground if they think us are.
The commodity, simply commodity.
Go to the country with box.
Oh, what was that? There was that Simpsons episode where they become farmers, and then they
Farm tobacco.
yeah.
Tobacco.
Oh, I remember that. Long, long.
Yeah, hybrid. Like season 11.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
hybrid
yeah,
tobacco and tomatoes.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Tobacco.
The hybrid type.
It's not even possible.
Well,
Wait, what did that tell me to do? Saying to go shopping. Oh, it's massive.
triple M.
I'll see.
You know those like really
Oh,
like
it's in arcade.
Good value barbecue. Rusty delights. Tutankhamun 10 slitless.
you know those like hyper realistic porn games on itch?
Yeah.
I feel like those exist in the same world as this.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I mean, I feel like
There's hyper
you
realistic.
you could make like a simulator of any gesture or deed. It's more about the way
Deed.
it's designed, you know.
Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds.
I didn't like how close they were walking to each other.
Dennis, why are you creeping on this?
No, this is me. I went third person.
Is it?
Oh, she's you.
Oh, that's you? I didn't know you could go to
No. Dennis is kidding me.
Dennis, why are you stop following this?
Why are there so many people? There's nobody walking on the main road at time, but there's like 10 people walking in this huge alley behind the motors. They smoke teens kind of smoke cigarettes.
We'll get
I feel like farmers could play this.
dirty ding and they're done dirt cheap. Deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, they're done dirt cheap.
They're done dirt cheap.
Yes.
We are the rats, celebrating yet another birthday bash. Yes. Cake and ice cream is on its way. Michael is such a hit this year.
What do you guys think I should buy? It's on the house today.
On the house for dinner.
Is this pumpkins?
You want that one? Let's see what they have.
Is that an alien attached to pumpkin?
Oh, I could buy a tent.
You can buy a chainsaw.
Where's the chainsaw?
Oh, make a social call.
Whichever's the most expensive.
Alright. I can't afford
Whoa, it's all in euros. Oh, you're looking like the Energizer Bunny.
How about a let's see what's on sale. Pumpkin. You want the big pumpkin or the little pumpkin?
Big pumpkin.
Big pumpkin.
What kind of question is that? Wait, what is that?
It's gonna cost all my money. It better be worth it.
That's a pumpkin? That's not a pumpkin.
You can something you purchase at the store. I don't even know what I just bought. What is this? Oh, there it is. What is this?
It looks pretty
Oh,
insane.
that's not a pumpkin.
Yeah, it's not even a fucking pumpkin. What do I do with it?
Keep it there.
I spent all my money on this fucking thing.
Oh, you know what would be cool if you could do like if they had like a version of that.
Oh shit.
If they had like
Oh shit.
Whoa.
They're gonna chop someone up.
Well, what kind of simulation is this if that doesn't work?
Can you cut the trees down?
Anyone see that Lars von Trier movie where he seems the guy who's really chopping people up?
Was it real?
Yeah. No, I
Is it real? Did he actually chop them up?
No, I don't think get arrested for that. What?
What?
Haven't you ever heard of
Snuff films. Faces of Death.
or Kurosawa poisoning the village's water supply?
Did he do that?
Yeah.
To do what?
Kurosawa apparently actually poisoned the village's water supply when it was part of the script. It's something like that. I don't know. It's at least part of the. You know how there's all these stories about Kubrick deliberately fucking actors to get a real performance.
He poisoned people?
There was some. Yeah. Here, let me look it up. I remember reading about this.
I know John Wayne died from the poison area too.
Oh yeah, radioactivity, I think. Well, good on him because he's a dick.
I just said that thought.
Yeah, Kurosawa poisoned
Dirty Deeds in the Thunder Keep and it's like a fantasy.
That's pretty cool. Thunder Keep.
That's nice, Dennis.
That is pretty pleasant. I always hear Dunder Cheap. And I didn't know.
Like Thunder Mifflin.
Yeah, it sounds like Dunder Mifflin.
Freaking Dunderhead.
It makes me. I do think of Dunder Mifflin.
Honestly, for the longest time, I thought he was saying Thunder Cheat. I guess it's because when I first heard that song, I was watching a lot of Homestar Runner, and they had a character called the Cheat, which is basically like Pikachu.
It's just Thunder.
Bad.
Yeah, so there you go.
I like.
Oh,
I
bad.
think Thunder Cheap is pretty funny. What did you say? Thunder Keep?
Yeah. They're coming out with a huge budget Halo series on Showtime.
Nice.
Live action series. With blood.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, did you hear that for the live action Sonic the Hedgehog? You think they're trying to do a last minute alteration on Sonic's design after
I think
everyone?
Blake retweeted that, so I saw it on there.
I didn't retweet it, but I saw it.
But you commented on it, yeah, because it showed up on my feed.
Yeah, I said those cowards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Casey Green retweeted it, and I commented
Yeah, it
those
showed up on my
cowards.
feed,
I think they are cowards. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. What are they going to do? Things that doesn't come out.
No, not till like
Even
November.
still, though, that doesn't seem like a lot of time to like.
They have to
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
to you know.
He's got a lot by like
Like-
September.
It should just been like that Woody Woodpecker movie. It shouldn't just look like Sonic.
Yeah, I don't know why they made him look like that in the first place.
Anyway, guys, it's for kids. Let's leave it alone. Let the kids
You're really defending this
It's for
movie.
children. It's a children. It's
I
like,
don't-
it's like a
No
chipmunk.
child would like
Beautiful,
that.
Guys. Look, I went to this island in the middle of the lake.
Children would like that.
Except for this one hole.
That'll be a hit.
Yo, Dennis, not on the stream. First
They put
first
that there.
Ethan,
This is
and
like
now
a
you.
poem.
Huh?
They put this there.
It's like a poem, you said?
Yeah. It's like a,
Oh, it is like a
poem,
poem.
but it doesn't do anything. It's just
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they made a game on based on Walden.
yeah
Oh, I remember. Yeah, there was a New York Times article.
It looks
I saw the
bad.
person. Oh yeah, the person who made that game is like the Frank Lance of
USC.
USC. Yeah.
Did we luck out?
Yeah. So,
She seems nice though.
well, you guys want to play something else?
All right, folks, that's all. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
This game is garbage.
Hey,
How many thumbs do you give it?
None.
How many thumbs do you give it?
Well, I don't know. It's an acquired taste. It's not. I don't know if it's necessarily my thing.
I didn't get to play it.
So how many thumbs do you give it?
I wouldn't call it garbage.
I discovered a gold nugget.
2 thumbs, 1 thumb.
It's interesting.
it like a thumb and a half of each.
What do you, Dennis?
The dirty D's and the thumbs dirt cheap.
Oh.
That's good.
I give it 2. 1 in the 1 in the.
One in the pin, 2 in the sting.
I didn't
Am
say
right?
it. I didn't say it.
Shocking ball.
Well, that's all, folks. I'll see you next time.